Alright, we got this working. Pretty sure we do. Oh my god. Is there actually tension between the two of you? That'd be so crazy, like create a CPU. Anyway. Not convenient. Anyway. I'm going to save a password and I'm going to experiment. A little. And I'm going to let this be a one-on-one. And we'll keep it like this, actually. I'm just going to call it King of the Hill this time, instead of Penguin's Arena. Which I know sounds a bit odd, but think about it from a stranger perspective, and you'll realize why I'm doing this. It does have a balanced taste to it, but it will definitely change things up. And I'm going to start off with Mario. Also, if you want to support this stream, don't forget to click that like button. Make sure that's clicked. The more likes, the more people think this channel does not suck. Let's see if this gets updated. I'm gonna have to check PR. There we go. I'm putting this as a little bit of an extra incentive, just to experiment a little. You know what? Let's do a random mega, just to make things settle. So here's how this is going to go, as I also say in the description. If I lose, I turn into the winner. If I win, I get a point. It's simple as that. In case I'm still not making sense to you, let me address it like this. Basically, if I lose against whoever I duel against, I turn into that fighter, and switch and swap into that guy. If I win, I get a point. There's no challenge or anything. Right now, I'm just keeping it as a baseline. Also, let me change the arena code. Sorry about that. I almost got clumsy for a second. Hold up, hold up. We'll make sure I don't forget this later. And I'm also going to say that in the description in case people don't know where to look. Alright, I'm all ready. Alright, starting off with Marth. And I will say, I'm going to be like maybe level 6 CPU. So we'll see how this goes. Oh,
to lose.
Well, I lost. So, now turn to Marth.
Choose your fighter.
In case one wants to stay quiet, I am trying my best not to scream. Anyway, let's do this. Hi, Town. The ID's in the description, as well as, if you look down the screen. You try broken or something? There we go. What's that? This is pathetic. It's another loss. I'm going to put controllers. I think the controllers on the right. My comments were not donate the right. Alright, this is having a bad day.
Choose your fighter. Sora. Ready?
So yeah, they're gonna fold. That's gonna be I do. So yeah, now we just sit here. I didn't know if I was going to show up, so I decided to do that. What's the meeting over here? Ah, there we go. Oh, the music is so quiet. I'm so sorry. Let me change that up. Wait, the desktop audio is on. Whoops. Sorry about that. If we get people that can't join because the arena's full, then we can always make a new one. I'm having it public because, just in case. Well, I will say, some of you do. It is nice you guys wait for me and all that stuff when we do the arenas, but I'll be real. There are people that will just basically impulsively just click the ready button as soon as possible and just start it the first moment they get. So it's not completely unnatural to see this stuff happen. Peer 200 sometimes makes my day. I'll tell you that. And now we spectate. Well, anything can happen.
Three, two, one, go!
I had triggering the game room did. Still has its staples. Fine. We all make mistakes. Well, I don't know who's passing. But the challenge still sticks. CPU might have a match. Oh, I thought I changed the question of the day. Sorry about that. Maybe I should be walking instead of doing my own things. Who knows, maybe that'll incentivize me to do better.
Game! Yoshi wins!
Alright, this might be a tough guy. Well, let's see what happens. Actually, well, technically, Yoshi's going to go up against CPU, so I guess I should watch this one.
Ready? Three, two, one, go!
There we go. Now we have someone that CPU's matched. What the? Yeah, no kidding. Jesus Christ. They're throwing in punches. I'm noticing they're throwing in punches, but they're really keeping their distance.
Game! Wario wins!
Yes!
I would have liked to see the last fight go on, but that could have been a rage quit. Alright, I guess it's my turn. Really?
Ready?
This CPU really needs downtime after that.
Three, two, one, go!
Away! Fire! Thunder! Bravo! Bravo! Take this! Back off! Hey! Hurrow wave! Hurrow wave! Thunder! Lightning tattoo! Yeah! Freeze! Bravo! Take this! Goodbye! Back off! How about that? How about that? There! How about that? How about that? Hurrow wave! Rally! Fire!
And he won't die.
Hurrow wave! Ha!
Hey!
Hey! Hurrow wave! Ha! Bravo! Hurrow wave! Look to!
Finally.
Freeze!
Radical! How about that? Look to!
Take this!
Goodbye! Radical!
Hey!
Future! future! How about that?
Yeah!
Round the corner!
Yeah! Ha! Ha!
Hey!
Ha! Ha! Take this!
Lightning Tattoo!
Ha! Ha! Ha!
Round the corner! Throw away!
Ha! Yeah!
Round the corner!
Take this! Fire! Thunder!
Tattoo!
Ha!
Round the corner! Hey!
Yeah!
Tattoo!
Freeze! Ha!
God damn it.
Very
Wow. That was
Okay.
go up and win that one, since that's going to be a problem. Because I don't have Terry. So, yeah.
ready?
I mean, that limits my options. Ugh.
Three, two, one, go! Throw away! Kick back!
Then what to do?
Choose your fighter!
I don't have anything specifically set up, so... Normally buy fighters, either if I personally want them or for a friend. This is not something I factored in when making this. So this is definitely the first problem. So, yeah, okay. Well, I could put in $6. That would force me to immediately kill the tournament, I mean kill the arena right now, to allow me to buy a new fighter. So there's that problem. Then there's the issue of... how should I say? Of course, there's an issue where someone could troll me by forcing me to buy all the stuff, like all the other fighters, and have me pour in a bunch of money. That could crush me later. So as a quick solution, like if I get over and they want me to buy a fighter, I'm fine doing it for that. I'm not going to buy all the remaining fighters because of this rule I'm implementing. So my substitute solution is to switch to random.
Three, two, one, go!
course, that other thing you can do is if I have super chat on and people would give me $6, well, minus the deductible, so it probably would equivalent to like about $10 for a new Smash Fighter. That would equate to it, since I would receive the $6 on my end. That would be the exception. But I don't feel like doing that. At least not right now. I may implement this later in the future. I could try that out. But right now, I don't want to do that. So yeah, once again reiterating. The reason why I'm not going to, like, I know I lost Terry. The reason why I'm not switching to Terry is because I don't have them, and like, what would definitely kill the channel for at least a good amount is if I pour $50 my parents' money because of this stream, because someone decides to abuse the rules and force me to spend money on fights I don't have. That would probably get me banned from making content for their site, which we do not want. Well, if I had a friend over and they got me spending stuff, that's a different story. But doing it because spending money because of stream that's not going to pay me back probably, that is absolutely no-go. It's all good, man. I don't think Robotics is the person that would do that, but like theoretically somebody else could do that. That's why I'm mentioning it. All right, Mask, ready when you are. Let's keep an eye on the time just in case, so we can do this. Wii Fit Trainer, isn't that fun? Okay, I do not know how to play her, so let's see how this goes.
Three, two, one, go!
Bruh, seriously? I don't think I suck that much at this game, seriously. Like, am I just getting unlucky? Or with people I'm going up against? Like, I'm tripping out here. Or just people that only play, or the only people that attend these streams are tryhards. What the heck's going on? Actually, the lie would make more sense. Anyway, as the rule goes. Yeah, but the tier list matters more to main. Although sometimes I question that. Really. Like, I know the Smash Online arenas have their settings. Like, let me check. I'm pretty sure there's two arena prefaces for the competitive types. That is, veteran players, glorious smashers. There's veteran players and glorious smashers. And then there's also beginners only and elite only. So really, I could do a beginners only mode. I do not have a fighter in Elite Smash though, so... That's sticky. Well, check. How much GSP do you need to enter Elite? Well, I gave you a shot at Cloud, so I don't blame you. And honestly, some of these matches I'm getting pretty sucked as well. Which, honestly, it feels humiliating, honestly. So I don't blame you if you feel bad. Happens. Although I want to check, how much GSP do you need to reach Elite? Since I know some of my fighters are past 10 million. Okay, some of the forums say... Okay, the average GSP is 14.6 million.
1, go!
You know what? That's fair enough, CPU. I did that as well, though. Sometimes, so it got a count. Like, the Emerald Rush video I posted, that's already half the 1,000 views. Like, I don't think any of my seasonal Emerald Rush event videos have hit 1,000 yet. But then again, the current Emerald Rush that's going on right now, which is until Tuesday, that's a hard one. Like, I was a bit caught off guard first, like, jeez, like, I couldn't get my foot in the door. So I don't blame, so I can understand why I was getting more views. The harder something is, the harder something Nintendo makes, the more likely I am to post it, and the harder something is, the more views it's going to get. That is why my Champions Road video has so many views. Well, it's not the hardest thing Nintendo has, but it's part of Mario game that has a lot of attraction and sales. It's not simply just the difficulty, it's how many people get stuck on it. That's why they resort to the videos. That's why I like my Bonanza rehearsals. Those did not get a lot of views. Those are my HD remakes. The SD remakes, actually those got a fair more amount of views, but their like ratios kind of suck. Like my Harmonious Windpipe is the most viewed, dude. It's sitting at a 78.6% like ratio, which is probably bad for a small creator. Actually, I might have to be grateful YouTube removes dislike counters for situations like these. Just so we're clear, we do not like those scammers on the internet or people that try to breach security. Those are bad people, we don't like them. Although some people just flash out, which sucks. I digress. That has 12 dislikes and 44 likes. But I digress, it has over 7,000 views, so that's something. Although, I'm not sure how much views it's getting these days. But also could be the backlash about the Switch 2 from back then. I have to check its bars, actually.
Let me act like me.
I mean, in the past 48 hours, I got 13 views, so it has some traffic. Although, I want to check to see.
Power the Aegis.
Which, yeah, I think, like, it got 10 dislikes in the first 17 days, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's the lash out in this was too attractive. But I'll be real, that's a natural caveat. I mean, the more expensive something is, the more people are going to have second thoughts about buying something. High prices are intimidating, naturally. Of course, a price also would give the impression of how valuable something is as well, which can go into comparison. I mean, what the Switch 2 is offering, like, I'll judge something based on its price. Okay, I ran into that.
Come on, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Think you can take me? Think you can take me? Think you can take me?
No luck, huh? You gotta be shitting me. That was a bit cathartic.
Right here.
Power the Aegis!
Too late for me to ask for a refund for this game.
Ready? Choose your fighter.
Put on random again. Also, let me check the reach on the stream. I'm getting viewers, so that's something. But 78 impressions? Yeah, that's something. Huh. Guess just a week way on a reach.
Ready?
I can finally see Slowbro in action. Yeah. Yes, it's a massacre as well, for some reason.
3, 2, 1, go!
That was cruel. That was cruel.
Win!
Is that really necessary? Ugh. Ugh, what the game. That was a massacre. I suppose that makes you feel a bit better.
Ready?
Let me something more dignified.
3, 2, 1, go!
Wait, this is the smooth map theme. I'm thinking too rigidly here.
Game! King K. Rool wins! Ready?
Oh boy. K. Rool versus K. Rool. I wonder how this will turn out.
Three, two, one, go!
Actually, I was thinking the same thing, Master Rams. Please keep us up. I'm not the Juvenanza. I agree. That game was fun to play. I may play it again as well. I played some last summer. And quite an adventure. What I really liked about Bonanza was the fact that I really went dark for the vast majority of it. I didn't know like half the layers that were going to be in the game. Actually, probably more than that. Like, I knew about there would be the lagoon area, the canyon area, that grass top, and the snowy area. Maybe the forest. That was about it. It's like I only knew about those 5 areas. You know what? CPU, at this rate, I may have to DM you, requesting you to make a PowerPoint on how the flip you are so good. And what tricks and sorcery you do to win like this, to crush people. Because honestly, I need to take notes. I know he has 1,410 hours, but like you gotta do more than that. I gotta see something. Like someone in my club is like the 4th best Smash by my state, and he made a PowerPoint, and I actually have to ask him what that PowerPoint as well, so I can use that as a reference. So it's like this is madness. I feel like I'm going insane because I'm doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Yet here we are. Like, so I need to take notes because Jesus. Like I know, like in my hours, like if I check my hours right now, if this doesn't crash. Yeah, 470, but most of that is me hosting the game for other people, or just having guests play it. It's like the hours isn't all that there has to be. There has to be some. You have to be really used to the time. Okay, 2 minutes. I've often been playing casually and learning how to adapt to all players, no matter who gets added in the game.
3, 2, 1, go!
Look, stop move, huh? Sprinkle, thanks for the save. But that supposed to matter much. Got punched in the back.
King K. Rool wins.
Thanks for the praise. I had that start at the beginning, and I slept on it. Let me change. The rule still applies. Yeah, like, two of them moved surprisingly fast. I got the black rule. Also, there we go. That's also, we're also now an hour in, so give me some points. I'm trying to get Moki off. Apparently my fridge, one of my fridges has broken down, so before the stream started, my dad forced me to, well, had me help him move stuff from the broken fridge to the other fridge. So yeah, that was convenient. So I might make use of it. I was going to order pizza, but now that my allegedly working fridge is basically full, I'm gonna have to make some room. Okay, retrospective note to self. Apparently, freezers are really important. Also, not sure who we're waiting for. But can always switch the channel, if necessary, if things are taking too long. Which would not be ideal. I kick players if they're taking too long. Yeah, I could do that if I want to. Let me check on them. Let me check. Yo, you going to start? Start the match, we're waiting on you.
You get your fucking cock and tucked. I don't care.
Who like joined the call? Looks like I can check.
Anguino.
Oh my god, we go.
Just want to check and that's all. Oh, there we go. Match just started. Very good. Alright. Fair enough, I don't have to. Ciao. There we we go, Jedi magic. Yeah, that was really fast.
Ready? Three, two, one, go!
Oh, I tried to go with that Moki. That was super gooey. So yeah, freezer items take time to refreeze. And yeah, my freezer slash fridge is definitely broken. Actually, well, they figured out how to whip me. It is absolutely broken. Okay, an ice machine is mostly melted. That's how broken it is. Like Loki, you can't get more broken than that. Also, notice my viewer count's getting stuck. Stream House could update. I have to do that myself at some point. How to reach my stream? Right, getting somewhere. That'd be nice. That would be nice having a actually, I'm really want to have one ritual later. Would be nice to go out to eat, but you know what? My summer vacation has thankfully started. Technically. So I could go out any day of the week. Ah, hello, Milk. Welcome back. So yeah. I mean, I dialed the ditch one out, which should be grateful. My household has 2 fridges instead fridges because if I only had 1 fridge and that broke, that would probably result in a lot of things getting thrown away. Whether I like it or not.
King K. Rool wins!
That was crazy. Also, another note. I have the extension out. Milk, you might be interested. Nastrom, you would most definitely be interested in this. I think I'd add Hollow Knight as stream avatar. So if you want to ever play as him, or just play as something similar, that's now an option. Someone did make a mod for that, so I've downloaded it.
Ready?
Oh yeah, I guess you followed that too, Robotic. Yeah, it's one of the workshops, and I noticed it was an option, so why not add it? Also, I did make a couple adjustments to the RPG boss. So, as I said, it's possible in the summer I make improvements over that as well. We'll see how things go, really. But I'm keeping my hands ready for the fire in case anything happens. So yeah, actually there's 6 different variations you can buy in the extension link. The guy moves kind of fast. And then let's see, you have a cosmetic for action. You can change what kind of outfit you have, so you have the colors, and then they have different pride flags. So you can dress like a lesbian. And he also got some headbands. Okay. Appreciate your idea. But yeah, the nice thing is, it seems that these headbands and clothes carry over the avatars. So buy one for one Hollow Knight, and you buy one for the other shapes. Or there's a TTS where they say messages out loud. It can also launch stream bit things, but... Oh, you're in for a treat, Mastrums. I have not done this in a while, but... that's something I need to bring back. Mastrums, actually, if I may ask you, you notice how you see this badge in the top left? Do you ever know what that leads to? It's a color code, basically. Well, okay, actually, I'm about to have my match, but let me show you all the color badges, just so you know what they look like. Here's creative thinking. That was Sniper Penguins. Here's the opening weekend. Custom games, private battles, viewer's choice, white, salmon run, dark green. In Penguins plays. Is this one. Viewer levels. And finally, the black one. Who here remembers what the black one means? Hello, Zerakan, welcome. Oh, it's more than that. Did you ever wonder what the points were made for? Did you ever wonder what, they could, I'll give you a hint. I'll tell you this in case you didn't realize this. The points did not originally exist to become moderator and for stream avatars. Those are features that were added later. Also, hold up. My Streamlabs chatbot is being a bit difficult now. I think I broke it. Anyway, let's start the game. I'll let you guess before I tell you what those were. And actually, you can check previous live streams. You'll get a good answer.
1, go!
Clicked. Okay, I got distracted. Acted, but let's continue with the topic I'm going at. See if PR200 recovers. I think CPU is just gaining momentum at this rate. I really want to know how he thinks on and how he approaches this game, since Like, I'm stumped. Happy 100's getting is overloaded. Although it could just be my CPU. Let me tweak this. Yeah, I don't trust that wolf phrase. If that's a response, I'll learn from someone better.
3, 2, 1, go!
Take this! Back off!
Yeah, I really wonder what kind of person that reminds me of. What kind of character. As I digress. Anyway, as I was saying, that's Rose. I don't know. Like, how the heck the feature is not entirely, like, I probably could find a way to implement that. Although, I might have to bump up the age rating for live streams if I do that. Even though, technically, I have done that before for game checks. So, I mean, yeah, they could. That's just like, here's a proposition for you. If I do a live stream where people can say whatever in chat, what do I do if someone says the N-word on through text-to-speech? What would you do in that situation? Like a tier 3 bad one. So like the N-word, the K-word, I don't know, there's another tier 3 bad word I'm out there. Or like, what if someone says a Ku Klux Klan hate speech as a text speech? What would you do in that situation? I know it's an absurd idea, and we have freedom of speech, so it's a complicated subject. It's just that's why I bring the proposal up to the table. Okay, that's a fair idea. I really think my stream links application is... Okay, well actually, I see where you're going from that direction. It kind of reminds me of the Toxic Bee incident, honestly. But, as I say, but I feel like a job application. That's a question. You can have these conversations as similar conversations, maybe. But, as I was saying here, it's one thing to be basically... It's one thing to refrain from saying the N-word because you're afraid of being punished for it, and it's a different thing to refrain from saying the N-word because you know why it's so bad. It's not something I really learned until I believe 10th grade. Also, I realized these blocks were up there. Pesky little critters. Which has to do with the roots. Well, let me give you a brief rundown. The N-word is so bad because it dehumanizes the African-American race. Or basically anyone who was not of Caucasian color. The N-word basically was a term to basically distinguish the white superiority down upon blacks. And basically treat the blacks as legally inferior. Or in other words, basically, they were given unfair treatment that made things harder for blacks compared to whites. There's like, it comes from the roots and settlements. Of course, the slave army. Back with the Civil War. Back in the 19th century, there's a huge debate because, once again, back then, the different race was treated differently. And actually, honestly, I was not completely safe from that either. I mean, back in the 20th century, Jews got different treatment as well. And even, I'd say now, especially with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, they still get hate and prejudice. So, like, these are still issues that are currently ongoing. But they've definitely been toned down a lot compared to back then. It's part of the reasons why learning about our history is so important. Is what boils down to in the end. Which, as I say, like, I learned this I realized this after watching the South Park episode that talked about the N-word. It's one thing to say the N-word, but unless you are black, you're not going to truly understand how it feels when someone says the N-word. If you're not black. It has a different connotation based on who you say it. Like, the N-word being said it's a much more casual tone. Like it's usually said with a much more casual context. It's usually not silly, but it still has its connections to hate speech. Which back then, which is why it's such a forbidden word. You're probably also curious why I called it a tier 3 bad word. Yeah, fair enough. I can shift the gears to relieve that off specifically. No, that's fair enough. It's out the comfort zone. We can drop the topic. Well, at least that specific target. I also did address it as a tier 3 bad word. Once again, it leads to hate speech, and, like, once again, there are some people out there that still genuinely believe of genetics superiority or supremacy and dominancy. So, yeah, the reason why slurs can be like are that bad. So, like, the main root it boils down to is fair enough. That's true. Although, I will also say this, I already have community guidelines set on this channel, so, I'd say so, this is all hypothetical. I actually have community moderation on, and I actually will block, like, messages automatically get deleted if a message is sent with a block, if the message has a blocked word in it, that message is automatically held for review or deleted. And the N-word is already part of it. Both the casual spoken word and the hard hate speech version. So you don't have to worry about that. That's on my mind, I am not getting there. Ha! This crazy stuff. But yeah, it boils down to what I'm saying. Hey, although the reason why I brought it up is that people can be volatile. Like, I like how people, like, chat is behaved. I mean, even with the Nostrums can sometimes, even in the chat time, he doesn't have malicious intent at all. Or, like, doesn't abuse the freedom of speech to basically harass other people online, or abuse other people, or abuse the rules to basically attack people. But of course, those would be red flags. And nonetheless, I probably would delete myself. want to change. Of course, as I mentioned before, some people can get reckless, and they can do actions and rules that do more damage than you may realize. Like I said, as I proposed earlier today, this new rule, this new challenge concept I came up with. Someone could have used that. If I were to stick to it, someone could have used that and use it to basically force me to spend over $40 on Passcode seed fighters, even though I did not plan on doing that at all. I trust that I believe none of you are the kind of person that would do that. But theoretically, someone out there could do that. It's interesting to look up with things, and especially if any of us become a big creator out there, get a huge audience out there, these are things to definitely consider. Oh no, actually reminds me, I heard that someone actually threatened to blow up Nintendo's headquarters a few days ago. I mean, so that reminds me, people can be scary in real life. And, of course, there was a time when you should take things seriously. You shouldn't take things seriously. And, of course, a time where you can't take things lightly, because there's a difference between having your freedom of speech and using your speech to threaten people. That's not the Constitution limitations, at least in America. Each country has its different rule sets, especially China, but the point still stands. And, especially with the online world. It's actually a discussion I believe my ethics class came over. Although at the same hand, some of the professors' lectures were hard to follow. So, it's hard to catch up. So some things it's hard to miss. So, if I skip a beat or something, it's great. But then again, of course, I've always been vigilant for this stuff on the channel, especially ever since the incident that happened 6 years ago, where I started my channel and got attacked by 10 different people because I was using my alt accounts to basically, as an attempt to boost my impressions. I did read the terms of service, and actually I still haven't. It probably does break the terms of service using using alternate accounts to promote your channel, which were not automated, by the way. They're all manually driven by me. I was not intentional to set them as references, but I was still terrified at the moment because their responses and their justification for attacking me seemed completely valid because they justified harassing me because I was doing something wrong. There's stuff you really gotta watch out. And people can be, and if there's no consequences, people can be horrible and just can be horrible as they want to. It all boils down to the kind of person you decide to become. So yeah, life can sometimes be difficult, and I said the least. So it all boils down to understanding when to take things seriously and when not to. And it's stuff that you might understand first, and understand why I'm getting forward. So don't be an asshole. I wouldn't say too much at first. Decide how you do it. On YouTube, it's usually softer, but if I were to say, on Discord, that has more of a leniency to it. People can be more crude there. Twitter, that is probably going to be the most crude place of them all. I mean, even if reputation spreads out to YouTube, I think, actually, maybe only YouTube I've seen that reputation heard of. But, yeah. There's Twitter, don't forget that. There's also Instagram and Facebook. I think those are more lenient. I think Facebook might be more soft than YouTube. I don't know. I don't really use Twitter or Facebook. Yeah. On Twitter, you have to be an asshole. I love that. I agree. So, like, as I continue to read Twitter, I have to keep that rule completely in mind. Hey, get on my face, bro. Counter power. Oh, I did not see that coming, damn. There we go. Ah. So there was an attempt. I mean, it's like, these guys can be brutal. So you never know what's going to happen at times. Although, I'm also going to say this right now, this Smash stream's been better than last time. I'm going to have more fun. So thank you. And also thank myself for the idea. And I don't thank my refrigerator for shutting down. Anyway, there's some ideas that I came up from, even with being harassed, which might sound crazy, but it's true. Also, let me X out Pair 200 since the application seems to be frozen. In case you haven't realized already, I have, like, Pair 200 was something I added back in 2022 because I wanted to make the stream more exciting outside of the incentive of just playing with the streamer online. Especially with the pandemic dying down and people starting to go on the internet less. I mean, my adaptations agents have definitely changed. Originally, when I created this channel, I just wanted to basically rip off silly clones, not make fun of them, but basically imitate him to basically place what he did, since he was at the time of becoming less active. But what I know, also, well, actually, more so than that, he also inspired me on my own. And I thought I really had what it takes. I mean, from my perspective, for what I see on YouTube, like, people making videos, it looks so easy. It really does. Which is actually why, when I first created the channel, my plan was just to do Let's Plays. But, YouTube interest changes over time. I think my biggest proof is with the Tamagotchi Life series, to an extent. I mean, I could still try a Let's Play and see how that goes. But Let's Plays are, like, it's hard to become a new Let's Player these days. Unless you really are passionate about a game. Even so, like, the streams usually do better.
Foresight.
And that's actually why I try to reach new games and play them. But also, like, because, and actually, there's many reasons why people are interested in Let's Plays. It's a fun way for a walkthrough, to see someone play it, or just to hear people's reactions. Another end is to, if someone shows you something new, a new perspective, and see how someone plays the game, first did. And if they teach you something new about it that you haven't realized before, or a new way of playing it. It's a various numbers of reasons why Let's Plays worked in the past. Although, from what I've heard back then, Let's Plays started losing their touch, which, I mean, that could be true. Although I'm more than willing to give video Let's Plays another go. And see how that goes. I think I did screw up the Tomodachi-like series because I mixed in, I put the videos in all different sorts of sizes, which became really messy. Although, if I were to try that with a different game and try a half hour at max per day, I want to see how that goes. So actually now I realize it. One reason why I've been having trouble watching Silly Poems these days, because he's been posting way too much content on a weekly basis. It's like, the project, I was really looking forward to it less time that, but his videos became an hour long per day. It's like, I can't watch through all that. Yeah, I thought that maybe wanted to spend like 20 to 30 minutes on and just enjoy for leniency. I mean, I think the reason why I enjoy sometimes I like playing as well. Oh, they have that steady pace and that steady upload rate. So I would be more than happy to give that back. Although I would like to see how that goes. Now that I mentioned, think about it. I could try that with some new Yoshi's games, or I could try that with a game I already have and see how things go. I could also try that with Mario Galaxy. And do a couple star missions a day and see how that goes. I'm just spitballing ideas for daily content, really. And see how it boils down. I mean, looking back, I really had fun making a Let's Play series of The Wind Waker, even though back then no one really watched it. I thought fun doing it. And I really did fun adventure, even though I may have mismatched the sizes. But still, my ball back to that point. I want to try something and see if I did something again. I mean, I did Let's Play Kirby Star Allies in 2021. That still got some good reception until I eventually just abandoned it and finished it on Viewer's Choice stream. But still, it had substance and fun. I think I also Let's Play Mario Odyssey as well. For the fun of it, really. So it could be an interesting way for me to try a new game and just play through it by posting one video 20 to 30 minutes a day and see how that goes. I really reminds me of Super Mario World. I wonder why. Then again, also I will admit, the interest in YouTube has definitely changed. As well as the fact people have figured out how to minimize people's attention spans to an absurd degree. Okay, did not do anything to Painter yet, but I can always make a new asset for it. I could try something out right now, actually. Since I should be allowed to try this out. The quickest shortcut for me to make this look more lifelike, some people are going to hate what I'm about to say. Hey, but hear me out, is to basically use a couple of different AIs to enhance its quality. And also will be real by saying this. AI is far from perfect. It makes mistakes. And it steals jobs. But it also can be a great tool and allow me to be a lot more productive in areas I couldn't be beforehand. if done in the right areas. So what I'm doing right now, well, let me post Painter onto Gemini and tell it to refine it to a higher quality. I'm gonna have it generate it. So of course, once again, if you're giving it work to someone else, they may not give you the result you want. Although, let me use the boss that CPU just tried fighting for reference, which is what meant to be one of the harder bosses.
Pikachu wins!
Oh, we got Pikachu into play. This will be complicated. So here's the Painter I got right now. So I'm going to put it back in my Photoshop editor.
Three, two, one, go!
It's an office job that pays $1,000 an hour. Anyway, take care of this thing by all means. Okay, sometimes Jen misses the mark. Why is AI wanting a grand an hour? Okay, that's a pretty silly idea. I'm not sure where you got that from. Character Widget is actually a personal modification I made myself. Oh, but actually it's a stream as a chatbot. And actually it's completely free. But yeah, some AI services do charge money. Depends on where you're getting it from. Yeah. Some master rooms. It might be something you want to check out. It's called Streamlabs Chatbot. Character One Hit is the name I gave it.
Three, two, one, go!
There are still some things that I did not finish talking about yet. But let me first make this adjustment, the painter. But sometimes you can really save trouble. Now, of course, I did some photoshopping. Here's the placeholder design I kind of made for Painter. It looks pretty primitive. And here's the refinement I made to it. Actually, I could upload to another AI, and that would basically give it the sprite sheet. So instead of me having to basically pick apart its attack walking animations, I would have that basically save me the manual labor, an hour, and save me hours of taking it apart frame by frame, and get this beautiful high quality output. Now, of course, that's the concept. I might make some tweaks to it. They could be more specific. But that might be an idea I might want to go for. Or stuff I go for. I know some people talk about AI being bad and all that stuff. People claim that they have some war with AI. They're not going to win it. I'm just going to say that up front. The best course of action is to adapt and learn how to use them properly. You know what's possible? If people like the placeholder concept better, I could just work off that. That is completely valid. But of course, the contrary also applies. If I feel like something else can give it a better vision to what I desire, by all means. Man, that's true. We could just have the visuals show up. I mean, it depends what you go for. The gameplay, the visuals. It is what it is. I mean, think about how we enjoy Smash. Do we care about the visuals more than the gameplay? But I digress. Now, I talked about what the black bags meant before. Well, let me check my commands. They can sometimes be annoying to pull up. Especially right now. I don't know, they're behaving. I have to make some adjustments or updates. Because I swear to God, it's not working again. Okay, I mean, the PS1 drawing I did myself. And actually, I'm going to try showing my Tomodachi stuff again. And I think what I did on the 15th day proves I still got it in me. But the output of the product and how it appeals, that can matter.
2, 1, go!
Okay, also a bit later, but basically, the black streams represent chat attacks. A stream where I play a game and try to beat it, and the chat uses their character entry points to sabotage my gameplay. Back buttons. You know what? Maybe I should be going on strike. I realized I haven't wanted to sing this entire stream. And I honestly, not sure about you, but I personally am getting tired of being on the receiving end. So I think I might demand I see these these tips, tricks people use to get better, to train myself to get better. There. So when I stream one of these again, I don't disappoint. I think I might try that. I don't know who Joey is, but I guess I'm playing him. Now, naturally, I guess I should be frustrated. Although I don't think the conversations definitely line up the mood. This has got people playing. It definitely also made things brighter. I need to check what commands I have enabled. Because my list is kind of getting stucky. You have to give this thing a reboot or something, I don't know. Like, normally, normally the Streamlabs chatbot is not this janky for the commands page. It used to be a lot more flexible. So yeah, I don't know what's up with it. I'll have a list of commands in the chat, as I was saying. I want to check the command list, see if I can trigger some with my own points. And like, they would cost points to use these commands. And well, it doesn't affect the game since I'm using legitimate Nintendo Switch 2. But I would basically put my own rules and have it. I would have it, and basically would kind of punish myself and my gameplay to make to make easy games naturally harder. I did that with Mario Odyssey at first. It was originally I was trying to do a blind run, but that didn't really work as intended. So I had to think outside the box here. Yeah, my Streamlabs application is not responding. Yeah, I do not know why my Streamlabs chat. What's happened with my application for Streamlabs? I don't know what kind of processing it runs under. It normally behaves much better, but it's breaking down. You know what? That's a valid option. My pitch was that we demand CPU make a PowerPoint on how to become good at Smash, Ash, and the tips and tricks he uses, and to share that with at least me. Or we just don't let him play anymore. I actually think that might be a good idea. It's almost like going on strike. I mean, especially now that I realize I'm the host, I can take people out of the arena. I mean, it's stuck to me, really. And once again, if CPU decides to be stubborn and be like, no, I want to be better than everyone, just learn from someone that we just learn from someone who's better than he is. It's really simple, honestly. I like this, actually. I like this idea a lot. Ugh. About 7 o'clock. Let me give you guys some points. I know Vortex joined in late, so I want to make sure he gets a match in. I do not know why the Streamlabs chatbot is being the command list is least. It makes its processing time a lot more difficult than it normally is. Which I don't know why. I'm sorry, but it's just that way. They all do their things they can. Like, another thing we could do is, I'm not Elite Smash yet, so we could just do beginner players only, and see how that goes. I mean, that would technically force out the players that are strong against the ones who aren't. Because let's be real, he has to do it sense. I'm sure that's something he would want to do. Maybe. I don't know. Well, actually, I could try to dissect a little bit of how he plays. So there's tips I can get from him, and like I don't know how like okay, the thought crossed my mind now. If he were to give us tips, I don't know how he would handle them, because like some of the stuff I would be like the fact he said how many hours he has in the game, it would make sense if a lot of this stuff is muscle memory, and if we made him play a random fighter, like. I would probably stand much more of a chance against someone he's barely played with, compared to going up against King K. Rool or this B fighter. He probably has hundreds of hours on both of them. You get crushed. It's natural science. It's basically etched in his memory. It's memory because he's so adapted, so used to this performance procedure, it's second nature. So that partially could be caused. You could say that for any competitive Smash player as well. I mean, it's also why it's a beehive I avoid. I don't want to commit that much time, but frustration it can cause is intense. And I think it's much better for mental health to keep it at a casual distance. Although sometimes I still want to pitch out, since it's fun seeing, like, I could do the Jinx effect and just see how people teach me and learn and see how I learn and see how I learn from it. Of course, it's an offer I'm putting out there. I don't have to force it or anything. I think it would be nice. I really do. Of course, there's also the other option of saying no. No, which is fair. I'm not a huge fan of that option, but I understand. And me and my friends, usually during our game nights, our egos are high enough to basically give our, like, maybe with the exception of me, we usually play a game we're only good at to give us the winning edge. At least I know one of my friends plays by this rule. Well, at the times the rule basically crush your opponents because you have a lot more experience in the game than they do. So I totally understand that feeling. The feeling of showing off how good you are at a game. I totally understand that. Fair enough. I really think CPU really should be trying. Like, I'm not sure if CPU in high school yet, but I really feel like he should be trying to go for competitive tournaments. Especially, like, there are going to be high school clubs with Smash, and especially in college. Like, I will be shocked if there's not an esports league for Smash by the time you enter college. But definitely, the competitively skills, it's definitely something you should at least try out. Because you're going to get people at least your skill level. You might be the best in their league. You might end up being the best in your state. You never know. But there's always that possibility. I mean, in fact, to crush in this arena, I want to see how he does against players his match, because like, he has a really high win rate, I think. At least this gym, not counting, but it's something I'm considering. All right, Vortex has signed out. After I play with CPU, I think I am going to close that door. I want to try a couple online matches as a comparison measure. It's hard to measure people's skill levels since they're humans on it. Humans are going to be volatile. But you never know at times. So let's go over time and see what happens. Jesus. Oh, who has seen that coming? Well, I'm sure you all probably are fun, but I'm going to have the last laugh here. I digress. It sucks I couldn't get a win, thanks to CPU being... But I digress. As it was all experimental in the end. I'll try a couple online matches, just as reference, since I felt like, I tell ya, Elite Smash is different from regular Smash, at least from what I understand.
Solo battle.
Let's have him do it on King K. Rool. He has the average set. Let's try him out. See if I get a couple matches. Normally I do the warm-up beforehand, but I'm going to do a coda now. I really want to see if anything happens. I hope it doesn't take this long to find a match. There we go, got a opponent. Okay, we got a 3-for-all. Okay, so I want to keep my distance at the start.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, I'm getting in the center of this.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time! Sudden death, go! Game! Team K-Roll!
Wow. That's coming. Let's get some GSP from it. And let me try for a rematch, see what happens. When it comes to free-for-alls, the best tip I can give right now from what I've learned, don't play aggressive. So, you only gain points if you win, and you'll lose points if you get killed too early. So keep your distance and let the other two do the fighting. At least try your best to.
3, 2, 1, go!
I think I'm learning. Pretty much learning now. This is technically a 3-for-all, not a 1v1. Oh, fair. Of course, there's also that trick. That's actually a really fast reflex. So I always do that.
Three, two, one, go!
Oh, times. Shit, we got many kills. There we go. That might be sudden death.
Sudden death, go! Game!
There we go.
King K. Rool wins!
Alright, that's 14 million. We got Bowser. Got 7 minutes this time.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh yes! Thank you, Bowser. I love you. Please talk to me. You gotta be kidding me. One run button. Well, I didn't. No, so off just yeah, that sucks. Gonna quit while I'm ahead.
Solo battle.
Yeah, wonder where the others went. At all skill levels. Surprised that's a setting. I was tempted to just come to Dr. Live stream later today. I still want to do it. So, I might show you a little bit of this. You know what? Sure, fire away. I might take it, but it's something worth to consider. It's now evening, so we now get the evening box.
Welcome in. Thanks. Be sure.
So yeah, to remark for what happened from last time, as you know, CPU and Robot broke up in this game. But Robot has found a new home in Me Resort. I've also did a little more doodling.
Welcome. Please come again.
Where's my pallet house? All that stuff. I added these as pets. Got Lava Bubble and Dark Matter. And also, I added a couple of new, interior layouts. And also, I put a little more volcanicity. And I don't think there's anything new here. So yeah, I'm preparing my hot land. I think my fountain's at level 89 now.
Huh? I need to. I may not know Alistair. What should I? What do I want to? Okay. Where should? Help.
Oh, sorry, I selected it.
So this. Alright.
I'm guessing there's a stream delay based on the reaction timing. Sorry about that. They say it does suck how little power we really have over the reactions, but it's... Actually, Waldi tried confessing his love to Setsuna, but she just said no.
Whenever I see you eating here, Alistair, my heart starts racing. I like you. No, I love you. Go out with me.
to go out with you?
Contest this time! No contest! Going to be interesting now! Wonder how Crazy CPU is going to feel about this. The me Crazy CPU, not the real one. Since you're here, Robotic, would you like to give Setsuna a nickname? Or have her give you a nickname? Can't think of nicknames? No pressure. I'll leave things as is.
There's been a certified, verified, bona fide miracle. It happened just like it does on TV.
Well, let's give her some ballet lessons. That went surprisingly well. But that might just be luck playing its toll. Now we can upgrade the wishing fountain. This is just going to be a quick check-in. Since I've done everything else, I'm now going through the interior renovations. Quality is really down.
Huh. Sorry. Huh.
We'll leave him alone.
Sorry.
I might try to imitate if my parents don't have any plans with me. Well, I'd like to see more of your ideas, if possible. It is just a quick check-in right now. You know what? Yeah, do random. Actually, try red, green, and blue. Well, you got rejected.
So, you leave the charcoal with the crimpy? Oh, blah.
Okay, maybe I could have let that play. But yeah, that was just a quick check-in. I'm gonna find something to have for dinner. Let me give you one last payout. This was meant to be a Smash stream. I might do a Tomodachi Life stream tonight, if I have time. And yeah. Which I'll enjoy the rest of the night.